Let's talk about the 10 reasons we don't get HRT. We're not thinking clearly. What are we telling ourselves? I'm Kitty Anderson. Build your personal plan with me.
Hi, this is Kitty Anderson again, board certified menopause coach. I had a beautiful experience with a client today, and so I wanted to start to review a little bit about why we do not seek HRT.
Women put themselves last typically.
What is really going on here? We are suffering, and then it just might take years for us to get HRT figured out, or years to get ourselves to the doctor. It's really kind of an amazing situation. So let's review what is in our way. What is stopping us? This is something that we talk about in coaching because I really have to land in your life and talk a lot about what's really in your way. What's in your way from your wellness? We just use very general terms. So it could be anything. I know that I don't know what's going on in your life exactly. So there's a lot of listening up front. And I just realized today as I was working with this beautiful young woman who's 47 and doing the sandwich generation thing. She has two kids still at home, one in college, and two aging parents, and a husband who's soon to be unemployed, right? So kind of we've all been affected by these types of things, and our brains are just so busy. So I've come up with the 10 reasons why we don't get our HRT. So the number one is we are all on autopilot. All of us are trying to respond to the world around us, and we are just running so hard and fast that we don't take a deep breath and realize where we are today. And so that is one of the things that can happen in a coaching session, so that women can experience that focus. Stop the autopilot stuff. Breathe. Take a moment. Explore your life. Look at it from a new perspective. And I don't give you that perspective. We just give you the space to find that perspective. So that's number one. Number two, we get brownie points in society for self-sacrifice. So we get brownie points. You get points for being a good mom when you stay up with your newborn. You get points all the way through motherhood for putting others first. And this process of getting HRT means you have to get first in line. You have to be the focus. It takes a few months to get this done, and actually the time involved is a few hours. It just seems to be such a big event, right? It seems to be something that's going to impact the next 40 years of your life, and it's that anticipation of it being big that makes you not go and explore in a single session. That's all it really takes, is one session with your doctor, back and forth, asking for the correct products, and I cover this in other videos, but transdermal estradiol, not oral, micronized progesterone, most likely the lowest dose you can possibly get away with without any side effects, transdermal testosterone. So you're working on those three things, but you got to put that first and foremost. And you'll have to explore what your doctor's prescribing habits are. But you tell her, my goals are to sleep well. My goals are to have great mood. My goals are to recover 100%. And I'm going to do everything I need to do to get there. So that's number two. Number three, and this is really kind of scary, our social circles keep turning, right? So we're still playing this role of best friend or girlfriend or, couple friends, all different types of relationships that we have, a neighbor. So we tend to use alcohol I mean, we're trying to sleep. We need the estradiol and testosterone to sleep, and progesterone as well. So we need it all to sleep. So we're trying to sleep, so we tend to drink more. You'll see in your late 40s, it tends to be adding a drink every evening, adding 2 drinks every evening, adding 3 drinks. I mean, it gets crazy. And we don't realize that we're doing it. We don't realize that almost every event that we have with our friends involves drinking. So that is a huge thing. And the other thing that happens along the same vein is we tell our doctors, I just kind of feel depressed. I feel down and I don't see a reason why. And they give us an antidepressant. And actually, the antidepressants don't work in perimenopause. We get 80% of us will recover from estradiol alone. Will recover from a depression with estradiol in perimenopause. That is what works. Post-menopause, it doesn't work as well. You got to get this ball rolling on HRT in perimenopause. That's when your brain is still activating by hormones and things have not shut off. So we want you to get on that. Number 4, and this is really big, is that we think we're too young to be in menopause. That's for old people. That's for the ancient. That's for someone else. That can't be me. And we're also conflicted thinking motherhood ends at menopause, right? The ability to have a child ends. So there's this fertility change in our head, and it's wrong. I mean, you do no longer have eggs and you will not be having any more babies, but you're still feminine. You're still human. You're still alive. And you want to get the HRT back into place because you're replenishing hormones using identical hormones. You're replenishing those hormones. So you actually become more female, maybe? I don't know. That's really a brave statement, but you're not depressed. You're not anxious. It's managing all of those relationship type issues. And you've lost confidence because your testosterone is low. So solving the problem seems insurmountable. I'm too young for this, and this problem is too big. So that's 4. Number 5, we think we haven't done enough research. There's a multitude of videos and lots of alternative products out there. One woman showed me, she had like 20 different products on her shelf that were all supposed to be working on sleep and were all supposed to be working on hot flashes and all of that stuff. And you really only need 3. So you need the estradiol, micronized progesterone most likely, and testosterone transdermal. Okay, so you need 3 things, not the 20 products that everyone's trying to sell you. You need 3 things. These 3 things all need a prescription. You have to make one doctor's appointment to get the ball rolling. So the next one is we haven't met a physician or an expert that we trust. And the problem is the low hormones makes trust really difficult. I'm telling you, you're swimming upstream. You're swimming upstream. You're looking around for someone you can trust, and it looks like a blur, and you're trying to get information on all these different doctor types and all these different doctors, and it's like confusing. And what I recommend is go to your OBGYN that you trust, bring her my 2-pager called You Are My Everything Doctor. Bring that to her. It lists on 2 pages all the things that HRT, identical HRT, will do. Really get her trust and confidence. Tell her, I know this is really hard to do in a 10-minute visit, but I'm looking for all these emotional benefits and all these health benefits. I've got an ebook that I will send you if you email me at jumpstartaip@gmail.com. So that'll get the ball rolling for you. I'm trying to hand you something that pushes you down this project path because it's actually pretty easy if you start to trust yourself. I'm asking you to trust yourself. You can't necessarily trust the doctor, so you bring in the products that you want, and then you learn by experience. You feed back to the doctor, this is working, this is not working, right? So it's your baby. This is your new baby. Actually, this is your new baby. So you're exploring this. All right. The other thing that happens, and this is hard, is our friends have tried HRT, or we think they've tried HRT. They told us they tried HRT, and they said it didn't work. So it can't work for me. Well, there's like 20 different things that impact how much of the product actually gets in your body. And I've said this before, the thickness of your skin matters when you're doing transdermal. If you have alcohol, you'll have a buildup of estrogen, a dangerous buildup of estrogen in your body. So a heavy drinker is having a totally horrible experience. They're having a really bad experience with HRT. And you may not even know your friend's a heavy drinker, right? You have no idea. And this is no shame on them. That's a problem to be solved. It's a problem for counseling. It's a problem. This is human life, right? This is so precious. I am not judging anybody, but if your body sees the alcohol as it is a toxin, so it's hard to say it's a fun toxin, but it actually bleeds dry your body of nutrients and really makes you even weaker. So it is just doesn't work well with menopause. So listening to your friends can be a real downer. It could slow you down. It can totally slow you down. Listening to a doctor, the same thing. If they say you don't need hormones, wrong. Time to find a new doctor. Get that solved. That's on you. It's your project. It's your baby. You can take it forward to someone else. So just keep looking. Don't give up. Okay, here's a tough one. So your sexual apparatus doesn't really work very well without estradiol and testosterone. That's the lubrication. That's what helps keep the tissue strong. And that's why women who use HRT do not have UTIs. They don't have them because their tissue is really strong. That hormone is there supporting it. And when you go from a low dose HRT to a high dose, you're going to feel the difference in that tissue. You can feel it. It is strong. It is alive. It is full of blood flow. It is sensitive to touch. All of that changes. But with low testosterone, you have no interest in sex. So you think, I don't need to solve this problem. Well, you need it for the 80 other benefits of estradiol, the 20 of testosterone, and the 20 of progesterone. So you still need to get this solved. And as you solve it, then your interest in sex goes up. Your sassiness comes back. Your wittiness comes back. You're looking at guys going, ooh, it's cute. Ooh, love it. You're just really enjoying our partner types. I'm just saying, I should say for all women, lesbians included, whatever your partner type is, right? So you're looking for those people, you're engaged. So that all comes back. All right. The other big issue, so this is number 9, is that people have taught you that adding hormones is not natural. You should do menopause a natural way. And you've been natural all the time up until now. Why would you do something unnatural? It's just not natural for the human body to not have those hormones. They are communication molecules that kickstart a lot of work inside of your body, and that work is just not going to get done. It is not going to get done. So if you want vitality, you want that premenopausal body and that premenopausal emotions and the premenopausal attitudes and that premenopausal life. Do you want to go back to that? You can do it if you get your hormones boosted. So we use identical molecules. So it's not a real medicine. It's a hormone supplement, identical hormone supplement. So it's different. So it is natural. It's the same molecule. How natural is that? That's amazing. And we're lucky that we can do that. And lastly, okay, this is a real interesting one because most of my clients have been women who are really active, have very healthy premenopausal lives, have physical activity, in cardio, hard cardio, yoga, all different types of activity in their lives, and good diets, not strict diets, but, and even fitness. I mean, they have a thin physique. They've not ever succumbed to a weakness before. So when menopause comes and they get knocked down flat, I mean, absolutely flattened, then inside their head, they're thinking, I'm still that healthy person that I see in the mirror. I'm still that healthy person. And so this is a really oddity for us to actually say, oh, the hormones are taking away everything I worked for, right? And changing my self-image. Now I'm a patient. Oh my God, now I'm going to need this for the rest of my life. These are scary thoughts, and they are scary until you think women used to die at 50. So who cared? It didn't matter. It used to kill us. So here we are. We're going to live till we're 90. Let's make it good. Let's make it something, and we'll figure out the resources. If we're tight on money, go ahead, invest in the HRT so that you can boost everything, so you can work again, right? So that you can take things on. And if you need to start paring back your life in order to focus on things that are important, that's actually enriching your life. So this shift, we do a pivot. We just turn with the HRT. It's like getting a passport handed to you, and you get the boost within 2 weeks, and you go, I'll be damned. I'll be damned. This is really managing a lot. I knew this from my period, and now I know it from this. And so, okay, this is the way it is. I need this kind of help. But guess what? It's a new leaf on life. And every single woman, once she realizes it, she experiences it, she does the experiment with the right HRT. When she feels that, she's like, okay, it's a passport. I'm good. I'm going to do something my mom didn't do, and I'm going to get the help that I need. And then the rest will fall into place. The dieting will be easy with the HRT because estradiol controls your meal size, your meal frequency, your use of food as a reward. The estradiol makes sure that you're not putting on abdominal fat. It'll only put fat on your hips if you have enough estradiol. If you have testosterone, you're able to put on muscle. You're able to have nice stature. You're able to have a muscular physique. And so you're also able to have the energy to do cardio. And so your life just moves back into place, and you can continue with your fitness. So those are the 10 reasons. And I think it's really hard to get out of the routine of self-sacrifice because we get feedback all the time that, oh, I love you, Mom. I love you, my darling wife. I love you. We're reliable for everyone else. But you have to shift focus for, I don't know, put 10 hours into it. Don't put a lot of time into it. Just go with the experiment. Make sure you dial up the dose so that you're actually getting the product, and problem solve it right away. One of the biggest issues women have is they might spend years bouncing from doctor to doctor, right? Not being in control of the situation. They keep changing the formula of what they're taking. And you've got to pick the right products first, use my ebook, and then convert your doctor into an HRT doctor. If you don't trust that process, you can go to menopause.org and find a doctor there, and they will move you down the path towards full recovery. So that's what I want for you. And those are the things holding us back. We're all the same. All women are the same. Within a single session, we have to move from our outward focus into ourselves. And that realization happens, and that self-awareness happens. And we realize, it's up to me. No one's going to do this for me. It's up to me. And then it just becomes easy. Then you've got focus, and it becomes easy. So you can do this, and it's really fun when it gets fixed. It's really great. So please share this if this was helpful. Once again, you can email me at jumpstartaip@gmail.com. I'm happy to help. Take care.